YNW Melly returned to the courtroom today. However, fans noticed that Melly has been looking a little rough. However, he is still smiling. Melly's manager would also share, just in a matter of slime, on YNW Melly's Twitter account, where you can still see that he is smiling and he's still being positive. However, Melly has been going through a lot inside of jail lately, as Melly was just hit with new charges alongside YNW Bortland.
The state filing 6 new charges against Demmons and 2 others who were allegedly involved. The charges include tampering with a witness, directing the activities of a criminal, solicitation or conspiracy to commit tampering, and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. Now, a couple of those charges actually carry a life in prison sentence if there's a conviction. YNW Melly, his real name is Jamel Demmons. He's actually in plain clothes in the courtroom for the first time in months, again, as this judge really starts the long process of seating a new juror.
As these charges are all connected to YNW Bortland's massive mistake that YNW Melly is now in trouble for some reason. It would be announced that Bortland was arrested for witness tampering, as while he was being arrested, his house was then raided by the feds and they found insane paperwork against Bortland and Melly.
Melly's co-defendant YNW Bortland was booked into a Miami jail Monday night and is being held behind bars on an out-of-county warrant. We just confirmed the warrant is out of Broward County for witness tampering. The warrant obtained by Law and Crime Network states as follows. On or about April 10, 2023, continuing through and including July 22, 2023, Cortland Henry, aka Bortland, along with others, did unlawfully and knowingly engage in misleading conduct toward another person with the intent to cause or induce them to withhold testimony. The warrant continues the alleged witness had been summoned by the legal process to the jury trial of Jamel Demmons, aka YNW Melly. The dates in the warrant are important. Jury selection for Melly started in mid-April, and a judge declared a mistrial on July 22nd, the same day the warrant claims Bortland allegedly tampered with the witness.
It would then be announced by Bryson Paul. Here are the images of alleged notes discovered during the home raid of YNW Bortland's house last week, as filed into the Broward clerks. Alongside these photos here of YNW Bortland detailing where certain jurors were sitting, along with a description of what they looked like, all drawn out on a piece of paper. As during the original Melly trial, YNW Bortland showed up for one day to speak with the judge. While doing so, he took a mental image of what the jurors all looked like and he drew it out on a piece of paper. To understand how serious of a crime this is, here's DJ Academics' reaction.
To keep it real, this is sloppy. Bortland, how the f you gonna have the notebook of the jurors in your house? Like, god damn. Holy sh**. You know what I mean? Like, brother, like, come the f on. It's like doing a and having the surveillance tape in your DVD player or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Like they raid your crib and the surveillance footage of the is in your DVD player. They be like, oh, okay, thank you, brother. This can't be at your crib.
Due to this, YNW Melly has been going through a lot inside of jail, as he doesn't even know when his upcoming retrial will even begin now. This has now made Melly's mother extremely nervous for her son, so she knew she had to step in. Bryson Paul would then tweet, YNW Melly has been transferred from Broward County Jail to Paul Rain Detention Facility in Florida. He is awaiting his retrial to resume. Now, it is actually a lot deeper than this, and allow me to explain. YNW Melly was transferred from the Broward County Jail that he has been sitting in for 5 years to a different jail in Florida that specializes in one certain thing. Now, it begins with Melly's mom doing a public interview where she would expose the Broward County Jail for not allowing Melly to use a phone to call family or even to look at his own mail.
My son has not been convicted of anything, and even other inmates that have been convicted or anything, they have the right to use a telephone. They have a right to be allowed to write letters to their loved ones, to receive their mail. They hold his mail, they don't give it to him.
Right after the interview, she would then start a petition to have law officials look into the Broward County Jail. She gathered 50,000 signatures and she still heard nothing, which is why Melly's mom would also go on to state the following.
When you saw Melly's statement, just saying how he's been hurt, how he's scared for his life, as a mother, how did that make you feel?
It's heartbreaking. It made me feel completely helpless. Broward Sheriff's Office definitely needs to be investigated. I mean, they they are making up their own rules. We've tried to go to court about this situation. The judge really doesn't have any jurisdiction when it comes to the jail, because we actually had a hearing about the mistreatment of him, and the jail they make their own rules. And I don't think that's fair, because I know that they need to answer to someone too.
So with the help of the interview and the petition, YNW Melly was then finally moved county jails after 5 years. But there's a much deeper meaning to it all. As a viral comment would share, I believe the Paul Rain Detention Facility is to house people struggling with mental illness. I really hope that Melly is mentally okay. Now this makes a lot of people believe that YNW Melly is struggling a lot more than what we know, which is similar to what Melly's mother was going through during the original trial, where it was so bad that YNW Melly was seen asking her if she's okay during a court session. As it got so serious that even rap OG Boosie would go on to share his own reaction to what Melly's mother, Jamie King, was going through.
Okay, so
then I met his mama while he was in.
Oh, okay.
I met his mom while he was in, and she real, bro. You know, she real.
She's stressed out. I heard she had a...
Yeah, she real, and I reached my hand out to him, cause I'm real. Yeah, I reached out to him, bro. I met his mom, and she a good woman, bro. And when I see them mamas like that, it remind me of what my mom was going through, bro.
However, things are going to get much worse for YNW Melly in the coming weeks, and allow me to explain. It all began with his most recent court hearing, as it would be shared inside of a courtroom a report that says, YNW Melly has been incarcerated for 1,870 days despite not being found guilty. His latest court hearing shared his possible release date, as it would go on to detail the only way that YNW Melly could be released right now, and it begins with Danny Polo returning from the original trial to now help out the new lead prosecutor in the upcoming retrial, where the two would then go on to investigate through YNW Melly's social media, where they would find a very concerning post.
Same thing, the use of the slap term, 5-point star, the snake. He's saying he's YSL, he's hanging with Doug, and he puts up his YNW for life hashtag on it with the 5-point star as well. Mr. Demons has big B hand signs displayed.
Right, and see with individuals again, I'm assuming that's also Young Thug. That's also unknown.
Yes.
Also important to your investigation, correct?
Yes.
Also publicly available for anyone to see and capture.
This would end up revealing that there is a chance that Melly's team YNW has street ties connected to Young Thug's team YSL, who is a part of a YSL RICO case right now. Now, this all came at a very convenient time for the police department. Melly's lawyers were just getting ready to put in a paperwork for bond release for YNW Melly, as it began with a report of YNW Melly's mother, Jamie King, informed a family friend about the trial update and the appeal process via Instagram Live. King shared that the appeal process could take anywhere from 5 months to a year, meaning the upcoming retrial isn't likely to start anytime soon.
Delayed my baby's trial again,
So it finished, and now it was
a mistrial.
Oh, okay.
And they didn't give him a bond, which I've never heard of people not getting a bond on a mistrial.
I
have a retrial.
I have, because my kids' people saying happened and no bond. Yeah.
Like what? And then now it's delayed again because the judge ruled on a bunch of evidence from the first trial that wasn't going to be allowed to be used.
Right.
So the prosecutors appealed the ruling. So now it's gone to the 4th DCA. And that can take anywhere between 5 months and a year.
Yeah,
so you don't like what the judge said because your warrants were illegal.
As Melly's mother is frustrated because Melly had a very high chance of being released on bond, but it's very convenient that when Melly has his best chance, the police find that new evidence to use against Melly. They show the judge, and the judge basically confirms that there is no way that Melly could be let out in the free world now. This relates perfectly to what Boosie said about YNW Melly. When the feds want you, they'll do anything to get you.
Now they're putting even more charges on him, and then
when they want you, they want you. I knew they wanted him bad when they waited for that law to get passed. They waited all the way.
Penalty.
So it'd be 8-4.
Oh, right. Yeah.
You know, they waited all the way till that law got passed to take him to trial.
Yeah, he was in jail for what, 2 years, 3 years?
Yeah. They could have been took you to trial.
You're right.
They waited till that law got passed and took him to trial a couple months later. When they want you, they want you, man. I just don't see how he didn't get a bond after a fucking mistrial.
Yeah.
That made me like, God damn.
Yeah.
Like, after a mistrial, that doesn't happen, really.
Making many believe that the Florida Police Department are corrupt, as the very concerning part is the new evidence folder against Melly coming in the retrial has new pieces of evidence that we didn't see in the first original trial, as some new evidence goes on from a man named Jay Hood. He's a close friend of late King Von, and he lived in O Block alongside Von and Lil Durk, as allegedly YNW Melly told King Von a secret or even asked King Von for some advice on how to handle a situation, to which Jay Hood would reveal what it was.
Did Vaughn really tell you that Melly told him that he was two friends?
He ain't come out and say, like, we got into an argument. And so, you know, if you know, when people could say something without saying it. And so he told me, like, once I posted what I posted, Vaughn was mad at me. Bro, why you put up there, bro? What the bam? I'm like, you sitting up here, like, you know the love we got. You do this for us, but you gonna trust that his two friends? And he said, them was trying to extort him. And so I'm like, if they was trying to extort him, then why are you still around them?
As he's revealing that YNW Sack Chaser and Juvie were allegedly going after Melly for financial gain, leaving some to believe that maybe King Von gave some advice to YNW Melly on how to handle the situation a specific way, especially if you know King Von's resume. Now, when you pair this evidence with the already hard evidence against Melly, this is where everything starts to become clear. Evidence from Melly's phone revealed that YNW Melly texted somebody literally admitting to doing the crime.
The PC Gambino account asked him if he was okay, and his response was, I did that, and placed a smiley face emoji.
And the next message from 10/26/2018 at 16:02, the YNW Melly account says what?
After that, SHHHH.
While also sharing the concerning evidence shared by Sergeant Williams, as he revealed that there is no way that this could have been a drive-by and the person that committed the crime had to have been sitting in the back left seat.
That has some movement in it, which is around site L here. The actually moving in that to create the little bit of a that you see there.
Number, you said 17 outside the car. How many rounds were inside of the car?
3.
And can you exclude the for Mr. Williams and Mr. Thomas as coming from outside of the car?
Yes.
With Williams revealing the crime must have occurred inside from somebody in the back left seat, YNW Juvie's mother would then go onto the stand to share who was sitting there.
Can you state your name? Your full legal name for the jury?
I'm Leon Phillips.
Okay. And are you related to one of the victims in this case?
Yes, I am.
How so?
I'm his mother.
And who is that?
Christopher Thomas.
Positive 2/19/15. Ms. Phillips, did you see who entered into the occupants who entered into that gray Jeep?
Mm-hmm.
And is that a yes?
Yes.
Do you recognize where your son entered that gray Jeep?
Yes.
Which seat, if you can identify for the jury?
He got in the back seat on the right hand side.
Did you recognize the individual that got into the back seat on the left side, the rear driver's side?
Yes.
And who was that individual?
Jamel.
And Jamel, is that the defendant, Jamel Demons?
Yes, ma'am.